We have some social media questions for you.
Okay.
Lupa Alexander on Facebook. How did you prepare to play Adebisi on Oz?
Actually, music helped me a lot because I was playing a Nigerian character. I would constantly listen to a very well-known Nigerian musician called Fela Kuti. And if you notice, in many of the scenes, I actually have headphones on, and that was really playing music.
Really?
Yeah, to keep me in.
While you were acting?
Yeah, and I often forgot to take them off, so we kept them.
Alexander Akinnuoye on Facebook. How did you start your journey in acting and film production?
Well, certainly in acting we've explored. You know, I was sent on an audition by my model agent at that time, and you know, was fortunate enough to get that, and that was where I sprung into acting. Certainly as a filmmaker, you know, I never trained as an actor. I never trained as a writer or a director. So my career has been my school. And I was very inquisitive on sets. In fact, between takes, I would sit with the crew, ask them. I was fascinated how the shots were put together. So I studied, I learned. And I used my network of acting friends. I'd work with Google and Booth Aurora, and you know, it was easier for me to access them when I wanted to hire them for the movie.
How good a model were you?
Well, I was reputed to be the top modeling in Europe at the time, the top black model in Europe. I was not rich, but I was famous.
Appropriately, Ronnie on Twitter asked, with a successful acting career, will you ever pursue a career in music? From what I heard, it sounds like you performed some of the songs in Farming. And then he said it's an amazing movie, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yes, she's correct. I wrote and performed 10 of the original tracks in Farming, which has been released as a soundtrack by Island Records. And I would love to. I think that's probably the thing I would love to do most, is pursue music, but it will always have to be in tandem with film.
Zara Sound on Twitter. How much of the movie Farming is dramatized? Are any of these personal harrowing experiences relived in the present day?
In terms of the dramatization, I'm not doing a documentary. I'm telling a story based upon my life in the medium of film. So obviously this creative license taken with certain incidents. For instance, Gugu and Booth Aurora's character represents the benevolence that was in my life and helped me make a transition from student to the success I became. But that was 3 or 4 people in my life. So that was amalgamated into one. And you know, there's sequences in there where my character as an adolescent is stabbing or torching people. In fact, that didn't happen. I didn't actually do that myself, but it was frequent a frequent occurrence in the environment, and I needed to depict the life and death nature of that scenario. So, you know, the essence of it couldn't be truer, but for poetic license, we had to, you know, to a movie.
Looking back, do you ever think your career would turn out the way it did?
Not the way it did. I never had aspirations to actually be an actor. You know, so I didn't have a definition. I just knew I wanted to be, as a young kid, out there. And what that was going to look like, I didn't know. So no would be the answer to that.
What's next?
Well, what's next is I'm going to start a new project in front of the camera as an actor in a few weeks, but also there's several other projects that I'm working on. I'm adapting a book to a screenplay, and that's going to be the next project that I'll be directing.
And still taking roles?
Absolutely.
Never miss a beat. Subscribe to Larry King Now and watch new episodes every day.